Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? I welcome you on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. My dear friends, every successful person have certain rules to follow. Nobody on earth is without that. Whoever have succeeded, whoever have lived well in their life, they they followed certain principles, certain rules in their life, and those certain rules were the rules of the successful people, of the rules of the happy people. There are different choices. No matter what we are going to do, there are different things in front of us, out of which we have to make a choice. And dear friend, it's like the MCQ against in front of the students, multiple choice questions. But the trouble here is that in the practical life, we have to design, we have to dig out, and have to search the options, maybe many of the choices before selecting any of those. Dear friend, today we are going to talk about the choices we make in our life, particularly the lifestyle choices we make in our life. There are certain lifestyle choices, those are of poor performers, those are the very weak people who could not produce the good results in their life at all, who simply wanted to survive, who simply wanted to live. But there are certain lifestyle choices which are made by the effective people, which are opted for by the successful, by the very successful people. Let's talk about the lifestyle choices of very successful people. After a good deal of research, after a good amount of consideration, certain things, some seven in number, have been chosen, that these were the lifestyle choices of the very effective people, of the very successful people. We need to follow that. We need to also opt for that. We need to do that so that we too could become one of the successful people. We too become one of the very successful people. Now let's look upon all of those lifestyle choices, all of those seven lifestyle choices which are very important, dear friend. First of all, it is the goal setting and planning. The goal setting and planning, it is very important. As for the goal setting is concerned, dear friends, goals are like our destination. Unless and until we do have a destination, unless and until we do have the plans about our life, we are not going to live well at all, we are not going to succeed at all. So it is very important indeed that we do plan our life. As far the planning of our life is concerned, without that we are just drifting from here to there, from there to there. Maybe we are having a very little control over ourselves. So for that reason, it is really important and really important that we have planned our life. We are always improving and upgrading the plans of our life, and we are setting the goals. Goal setting is very important. One thing is the general planning and the other is the goal setting. Goal setting mean that these are my targets, these are the things which I am going to achieve. Now I am going to work for the achievement of these things. So dear friends and fellows, this is so important. And now the number two thing is, that is the continuous learning. Learning and learning, learning and keep learning. I think so that learning, all the people who are very successful in their life, they people kept learning throughout their life, from the cradle to the grave. They people kept learning, because it is the learning which makes us more and more eligible. It is the learning which makes us more and more competent. Without being a competent person, without being an eligible person, we cannot succeed, we cannot move forward at all, we cannot achieve whatever we wanted to achieve. Now the question arises, what to learn? I think we need to learn whatever is needed in the life, whatever is needed during our struggle, during our endeavor to achieve our goals, whatever sort of informations are needed, whatever sort of knowledge is needed, whatever sort of skills are needed, I think we need to learn all that, because learning keep improving us and keep getting improved and being more and more competent. That is the only way to be able to become a very successful person, dear friend. Now the third thing is networking and relationship building. Networking is very important. Our relationship is very important. Why the relationships are so important? Because at different occasions we need their cooperation, we need their help, we need certain information and knowledge, we do need certain pieces of feedback and advice from those people also, to be able to enjoy the life. Obviously we need our relationships. We cannot enjoy alone, we cannot sit and walk alone for forever, dear friends and fellows. We need to spend some of the time with our relationships, with our friendship. As for the networking is concerned, we will be helping them and they would be helping us, and at the time we are in need of the help. So it is very important to do the networking and relationship building. Now the fourth is prioritize health and well-being. The fourth item, the fourth lifestyle choice is that we need to prioritize the health and the well-being. We need to prioritize our health is very important. Immediately after our life, I think the very next thing to that is it is our health. I think if at all a person is healthy, it means that they possess a lot. But if at all unfortunately they are not the healthy people, they have nothing, they cannot live well, they cannot work well, they cannot enjoy well. So this is the reason that we need to prioritize our health and our well-being as well. We need to prioritize our health and we need to prioritize our own welfare, our own well-being as well. Because if at all we are not taking care of ourselves, who else is going to do that? Because we are with ourselves 24/7. Also, if at all we are in pain, we will be in the pain and no one else at all. So it is very important that we stay healthy and we do prioritize our well-being as well. Now the fifth is time management. Time management is very very important, dear friend, for the reason that the time is life. Whatever life we have been given, the life has been given to us in the form of the years, decades, decades, years, months and weeks, days and hours, minutes and seconds. So dear friends, time is life. We cannot afford to waste the time at all. Because not only that we cannot afford to waste the time, rather we need to utilize it in a better and even more better way, so that we are able to live better. So I think at all, if at all a person does not know how to manage their time, they are unable to manage anything at all. It is extremely important that somebody does manages the time. So my dear friends and fellows, very very important indeed that we are able better to learn the time management. And now the sixth thing is work life balance. Work life balance is very important, my dear friend, because if at all the work is important, if at all the work is important, the life is important as well. The both of these things are important. So that is the reason that we need to create a kind of balance. Time is very important, work is very important, life is very important. We need to create a balance between the work and the life. We need to work for our success, but we need to enjoy the life as well. And we cannot afford to ignore any of the two things. Neither we can afford the work, nor we no afford to ignore the work, nor we can afford to ignore the life. The both of these things are very very important. Now the next thing, the seventh thing is purpose and passion. Purpose, and there must be a purpose in the life. There must be a passion in the life. We cannot, dear friends and fellows, there must be a purpose in the life and there must be a passion in the life as well. So, dear friends and fellows, I think the purpose, without a purpose, it means that we are drifting from here to there. It means that we are absolutely useless person, because the purpose in the life, the purpose in the life is actually a destination. And if at all we don't have a destination, we don't have anything else at all. So there must be a purpose in the life. There must be a purpose in the life. Rather, the purpose of life is like an umbrella under which all the things should be done in the in in context with our purpose in the life, and without ignoring and keeping in view the purpose in the life, we need to make all the setting of the life, because it is something supreme. Because the purpose in the life is something supreme, we cannot afford to ignore it at all. So, dear friends and fellows, now as for the passions are concerned, I think that we must be having, we do have certain interests and we do have certain passions as well. And if at all the interest, obviously we need to pay a bit of attention to that. But as for the passions are concerned, we need to pay a very considerable amount of the time, energy, and the rest of the resources, because our passions define our life, our purpose define our life, our passions define our life. So wherever we go, whatever we do, no matter at what stage of the life we are, no matter we wherever we are, we cannot afford to ignore neither the purpose in the life nor the passion in the life. So please understand that the two of these things are supreme. Although all of the seven things which have been discussed here are very, very important, but as for the purpose and the passion in the life is concerned, nothing is as important as this one, dear friends and fellows. Let's make our life very effective one. Let's make ourselves very successful one, and let's start acting upon all of these seven things which have been discussed here. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khair.